coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pounds, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, I appreciate the support. Man, I hope this audio and everything is alright. I know the lighting ain't alright, but I'm doing the video in here because of the simple fact that right now I'm having some technical difficulty with my other apparatus. You dig? But the show must go on. Let's get it. Let's go. Listen, man. Big love to everybody who support me, everybody who support the movement. We getting it. Let's go. We on the road to 150K so we can have the next meet and greet. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that rock with me. Big love to all of my members, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all ain't got the membership, it'll be a blessing if you go over there and get it. I'm quite sure you will be entertained. And I will take you to a place that you've never been before if you have not been in the penitentiary. You dig? But let's go, man. Listen, thought about this joy, and I said, let me tell how this went. Man, just imagine being in the penitentiary. I can remember when a 6'7", 350 pounds or better dude, white guy at that, just popped up out of nowhere. Just popped up out of nowhere. Ain't nobody never seen him nowhere in the system. Ain't nobody know who he is. And it was crazy because you would not miss a big dude like that. You would not miss nobody that big, right? So I can remember, man, it was on Nottaway, man. And this dude just pop up, man. You see him when he walk in the block. He coming in, right? And they assigned him to dude said named J-Rock. This is what made me think about that. Shout out to Jerry, because I talked to Jerry recently, and Jerry brought up J-Rock, said J-Rock was still locked up. J-Rock was on that compound. Shout out to J-Rock. J-Rock was big dude himself, kind of like probably about 6'2", about 250. You know what I'm saying? Easily one of the greediest dudes I ever met. I'm so sincere. Hey, listen, this dude can eat. He in the top 3 of the dudes that I seen in the penitentiary that can just eat, man. I'm talking about, man, and J-Rock was getting money. This was is part of the story. But brother, when you talking about eating, man, I think I spoke about, man, J-Rock would go down this joint, man, and he always had money, so he always could meal up. J-Rock would go down this joint and make 2 big pieces the size of the microwave. They fill up the whole microwave. He'll make 2 big joints like that himself and put everything on it. Chili, sauces, cheese, fish. 2 of them big joints, big bag of Doritos, 2 or 3 sodas, and he'll smash it. He will smash it on his own. I'm telling you, man. We be like, who he eating with? Who he mealing with? No, it's him. It's him. He eat all of that. You did? I be like, man, I ain't never. Besides old Ichabod from Pittsburgh, I ain't seen nobody eat like that. So J-Rock could eat like that, but J-Rock was he was a different type of dude too. He was sociable, but he wasn't sociable. He kicked it, but he didn't kick it. He was, you know what I'm saying, and he was getting money, but he was slick with it. You know he getting money because he'd turn around, he had that reefers. He'd turn around, he might have a shot of that 1-and-1, and so that's why he always had stuff. But couldn't nobody really peep his moves. He went to visit, so they assumed that he getting it from the visit or whatever. I don't know if he got a roll or whatever. And that's a good thing in the penitentiary because you don't want to expose your hand, you know, because jokers will get jealous, jokers get to telling on you, jokers get, you know, being hot and whatnot. So he was moving like that. He was cool, man. He gonna buy that wine. Jerry was making that wine. He gonna get that wine every time. He'll buy all he got. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry will work with him because Jerry like that reefers. So if he got that reefers, he'll swap it off with Jerry. Whatever he do, bro, he was a glutton with it. He could drink all of them. He'll be filthy drunk in that joint. When he get filthy drunk up in that joint, he going out of that microwave. He gonna meal up. He might eat 2 pieces of bowl shot, and he will eat this stuff early in the morning. He might eat this at breakfast time or lunchtime, and then you will see him at the microwave in the evening doing it again. Doing it again. And it was about 250. He was solid, like a big, solid dude, like muscle wise, like cut up and nothing like that, but he was solid. He wasn't no like fat dude or nothing like that. He was solid, you know what I'm saying? And he looked like one of them big old strong country boys, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, he won a sucker. He held his own, you dig? And then, like I say, he getting money, and dudes know he getting money, but they can't really peep it. So then, just out of nowhere, this big Sasquatch white boy just show up, and they put him in J-Rock's cell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, where does Big Bama come from? And you know, at this time, I'd have been locked up a long time. I ain't never been around this dude. I would have known him or heard about him or something just because of his size alone, right? But he claimed he been locked up a minute, and he came from another compound, but he from like West Virginia or somewhere like that. And I can remember me and Jerry being in the room, and I'm telling Jerry, like, you ever seen him before? I'm like, man, I ain't never seen that joker before. Woo. He probably was in his late 30s. And I'm saying to myself, man, that joker might be the police. This joker might be a plant. He might be the federales. Because of the way J-Rock, what J-Rock got going on and the way he moved. He might be. Who knew? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, he had different type of boots, you know, and he claimed he had them boots because, and it could be true, but he claimed he had them boots because, you know, his feet so big that he can't wear state boots. You know what I'm saying? But he has, it just something right about him. I just felt like something ain't right about this joker right here. So J-Rock was being cautious with him though, won't really, you can have a celly and don't really let him know what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? But it makes it very, very difficult to hide everything you got going on from your celly, especially if you got all this going on like J-Rock had going on. You know what I'm saying? Then it seemed like the big white boy had his own money. He got commissary, you know what I'm saying? He got, different little stuff that we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, man, I used to always say, I think this dude might be the fake. I ain't like talking to him. You know what I'm saying? So as a couple of weeks and stuff went on, he wasn't real sociable. He'd hang out with Jay. Jay was starting to meal up with him. You could see Jay was getting comfortable with him. You know what I'm saying? And, whatever they got going on in the city, probably was getting comfortable with him. I know J-Rock smoked that weed himself a lot too, but he get it. I don't know if he was letting them know I get it or I just got it and just smoke it. You know what I'm saying? I remember Jerry asking him, because me and Jerry had the conversation, but that was between us. But I remember Jerry asking him one time when he was coming in there trying to buy the wine. Jerry was like, big old country, because they started calling him Big Country. Because if you know in basketball, he used to be a big 7-foot white boy that played in the NBA once. I think he played for Memphis. And at the time, he was going neck and neck with Shaq. He called him Big Country. So they started calling the white boy Big Country, right? Because he was so massive. And he was like, man, old country boy, he smoke with you, man. He be drinking and stuff. And J-Rock was like, yeah. Because I think Jerry was asking him that to see if he really was a Fed, would he be smoking weed or would he be drinking? You know what I'm saying? But who knows? You know what I'm saying? But he was in that joint, man, and he just was different, man. To me, like I said, by that time, the vibe was different about him. It was something that didn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I don't think it would be nobody that would be that big in the system. And I would not even heard about, even if he was a dangerous dude or not. And he moved like he won't scared, like he won't intimidated or nothing like that. That's how he moved. Like if you bring it to him, like he gonna answer the bell. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them type of dudes. He didn't gamble. He didn't sit there and play no cards or nothing. He most of the time just was kicking it with J-Rock. So it would seem like Mike was trying to get close to J-Rock so J-Rock could, let him know something. Because maybe going like if he was the feds, maybe they thought J-Rock was getting the package or something from the police, and that's what they wanted to do. He could have been internal affairs.
You know what I'm saying? But everything in my soul was telling me this dude is not locked up. He's not no, but he stayed there for a minute. Probably about, I want to say 5 months, maybe 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden he had got transferred. He was gone. You know what I'm saying? And it was wild, man, because like after he left, um, I was revealed to me at that time that then like J Rock had a phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember he let Jerry use the phone, and I was like, "Well, you get this one." You know what I'm saying? Because by this time, you know, my phone shot. Well, that's to do it though, phone. They done already broke me from a phone. I'm coming back down from these mountains for years and years and years by this time messing with them phones. So Jerry was like, oh, J Rock, let me use. I was like, oh. And at this time, ain't nobody really had no phone in the block, but J Rock had a phone. So I was like, boom. First thing came to my mind, I wondered did he tell that, you know what I'm saying, Big Country he had that phone, or the Big Country know he had that phone, or whatever the case may be. And he was like, man, he probably did. You know, he didn't sell with him or whatever, right? So he said, you need to make a call to use that joint. I was like, nah. I ain't want no number, man. Nothing on that joint, right? So I remember J Rock came in there probably about a week later and was asking for Jerry, but Jerry wasn't in there. Jerry was in the pod somewhere. I said, man, he in the pod. He said, oh, I ain't seen him and everything. He was like, what's up with you, man? What? Because we kicked it every now and then. And I was like, hey, ain't cool. He said, man, you know, you one of the solid ones here, man. He said, man, you good? You need something? I'm like, nah, I'm good. He was like, you know you probably ought to let you sell it something, but you know I got that thing you need to use. Just let me know. He was talking about the phone. I'm like, nah, I'm good, Playboy. He said, no, you good. You ain't got to pay me nothing. You know, I said, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But he was a good dude. I liked the J Rock, man. And then, like I said, next thing you know, it was like the middle of the night when they ran down on him. You know what I'm saying? They ran down on him and went up in there. They got some stuff. They took him out. They locked him up. I don't know if they got the phone or not, but they found something and they took him out. They locked him up. You know what I'm saying? They came in. They cleaned the whole cell out. You know what I'm saying? Woo. They ain't messing with his celly. He had a new celly at the time, right? Now, then that just raised the speculation like, was that Big Country or wasn't it? Where did Big Country go? How did he just pop up and then there he gone? Don't nobody know where he got transferred to. Don't nobody know where he went. I'm telling you, man, the police, the COs in there, they be moving different, man. I could, if you ask me if I had to bet on it, I would bet he was a plant, man. He was put in there to get information in the move because he did not move like a convict. He did not move like an inmate. He did not move like somebody that was used to being locked up. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then that was the talk, man. Hey, man, you know, then other people had that speculation. You know what I'm saying, man? They think it was that old big white boy, Big Country, man. I don't think Big Country might have been the police. Because, you know, because J Rock was moving in, he was moving in silence, man. Only people that really knew was new. And then, like I say, when dudes, and he was fair with it. Them dudes like to get high with that people. He fair. He ain't gonna, you know, press you about the money. It ain't like nobody was trying to take nothing from him because he was a big dude and looked like he wasn't scared at all. You know what I'm saying? And he go out there, you know what I'm saying, on that weight pile and throw all types of weight up sometimes, just country strong. But he ain't look like a regular workout dude. But dudes back he'll go out there, lift up anything that they lifting up. You know what I'm saying? So he was strong. Strong as a bull, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, it's the way you carry yourself in the penitentiary. He carried himself like if you bring it to him, he gonna, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be with it. He with the ish. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, but I just remember when that whole scenario, I thought back on that couple of, you know what I'm saying, times as the times went on after J Rock was gone. I used to always think back to it, man, or when I saw a big dude, I said, man, I remember that dude, Big Country. Remember that dude, Big Country, came in here and was in there with J Rock then when he left him. A couple of weeks later, they come get J Rock. I said, man, I tell you, man, that dude was the police. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I felt like he was really the cops, man. And he could have been, but who knows? Because that's how they move. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You in the penitentiary, in your mind, you not thinking they really gonna put somebody in the penitentiary that ain't in the penitentiary. You wouldn't think that in the penitentiary. That's how they get away with it. When you out here on the street and you watch stuff on TV, you'll be like, man, what? But when you in the mix, when you right in there, you don't even. But in my mind, something gave me that feeling about him that was not right, and who knows to this day, man. But J-Rock still thugging it out. I asked Jerry, I said, man, that joker still eating like this, man. He still eat like that every day, man. He eat like a bull. I say, yeah. I say, tell him, I say, what's up, man? But if I ever get in touch with him where like he could call or he give my number or something, you know, or ask Jerry to get my number, I'm gonna ask him, man, did you ever, find out about Big Country, man? Do you think he set you up when you got towed off on the compound or whatever? Because they shipped J-Rock. That's another thing, too. If they lock you up, if you get caught with something, that's one thing. But, you get the charge, you might stay back there for a minute, whatever the case may be. But when they ship you up off of that joint, I would be curious to know, you know what I'm saying? I might even tell Jerry to ask him that if I do and Jerry can get some type of clarity on that joint, I'll give y'all the update. But that's the one time in my mind that I know for sure. Now, I've known dudes that come in there that they done put a wire on. I spoke about that to y'all before. I know that they done put false money in there. They done put marked money in there. You know what I'm saying? They put marked money in there to let inmates, not convicts, inmates, because convict ain't gonna do that, set up police. Yeah, they done did that too. They done gave inmate marked money and told him to give it to the CO to bring in drugs, and then they'll pull the CO, flag the CO, and see that he got the marked money. You know, yeah, they play some dirty games in there, man. I'm telling you, man, this stuff be getting like whatever, CSI or they I'm telling you, they'll go out of their way to expose COs that they think is dirty because they don't want them type of police that's bringing it law. They look at them like, I'm the head administration part. They look at them like, oh, y'all breaking the code, man. Y'all helping these. No, we here to slay them and lay them. We don't want to be helping them. They hate that. That's why they hate the females that give a inmate or convict some of that, you know what I'm saying, some of that funky code. You know what I'm saying? They try to humiliate them, try to get them to walk of shame and walk them out there in handcuffs. And when they find out a female messing with an inmate, they hate them. You know what I'm saying? They put it all out on the local news. They try to, you know what I'm saying, embarrass them in their community. They try to shun them, give them this scarlet letter. They hate that. And they feel the same way about the ones who bring drugs in, you know what I'm saying? But, them dudes is getting more money than them, so they gon' bring them drugs in. But if they catch you, then they'll go through all those links. Get a wire on people, get inmates, to set the police up, give them marked money. So it ain't, out of the realm that they'll put somebody in that cell. Somebody who's willing to do it, but you gotta think they gotta be willing to do real time for like however much time. And what if they get into an incident? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But I just thought it was an interesting story to tell y'all though. But just one of the things that I seen out of the many things I seen in 33 years of me doing time. But that was really, really crazy to me. And who knows, man? Maybe Big Country was the feds. You know what I'm saying? Was this 6'7", 350-pound dude a plant? Was he the feds? Who knows? Maybe J-Rock know. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, man, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Hopefully I can get my apparatus, my computer and everything back working. Hopefully this audio, this visual came out all right. I know the lighting ain't that good, but, man, we up in here. It is what it is. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. And let's get it going, man. If you ain't got the membership, man, shame on you, but the blame is on you because it's right there waiting on you, baby. Let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Be safe, man. And y'all them hooks, man, because they out there, man. But we out here, too. Let's get it.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.